Dear Noura, the question that you're asking is very important. What is the connection between globalization and the quality of education? And I would say that many of the efforts to improve the quality of education around the world are really efforts to improve the efficiency of education in achieving the goals of the past. And what globalization has done is change the context around educational institutions in ways that demand a very different set of skills from graduates of elementary, secondary schools, and universities. And what are those skills? Those are the skills, in the first place, to understand this new global order that is being created as a result of telecommunications technologies, migration, enhanced forms of trade, and the need for global institutions that can enhance and sustain global security and peace. And in the creation of this new civic space, global civic space, it is absolutely indispensable that every citizen around the planet has the skills to understand that space, to support it, and to participate in it effectively. So one of the demands, one of the consequences of globalization for education systems is that they should all be aligning their curricula, be aligning their goals to promote global competency. And that involves the competency to be an active global citizen, to be, in some cases, an effective global leader, and to have the skills to participate in an increasingly global economy. What does it mean? That means that education systems need to produce three things. First of all, they need to produce the kind of intercultural competency that will make every person feel at ease when they interact and engage with people from different cultural traditions and from people from different civilizational streams. We should see that kind of cultural difference as an opportunity for productive and creative transactions and not as a threat of anybody's identity. The second set of outcomes that education systems should produce is deep knowledge and understanding of other countries and regions and of processes that are global in nature, whether those are processes related to global climate change, to trade, to global risk and security, to economic development, to poverty alleviation around the world. And the third set of things that schools should do to prepare students for global civility is to promote the development of foreign language capabilities. In the 21st century, every person around the world should be able to speak and to think in at least one other language beside the language that is native in the country where they were born. We have a lot of good practice and very many good efforts around the world on how to do these things, but many of those are of a very small scale. They reach a fragment of the population, and we run the risk that the development of global competency will represent the next divide, the next equity divide between those who have been prepared to understand and participate in this new global order and those who have been left behind. And the creation of those gaps and the maintenance of those gaps presents a real risk to political stability, to equitable development, and to human development around the world. So what we need are initiatives of a broad scale led by supranational institutions and by governments to democratize the opportunity to develop that skill set. Thank you for your question.